Welcome to Modern Home Mastermind with Bespoke Brokers. I'm Shawna Glazier, designated broker and owner.
And I'm Brittainy Williamson, associate broker. Shawna and I are Bespoke Real Estate, but we're also your guides to modern luxury across the entire state of Arizona.
Each week, we chat with masterminds shaping the modern spaces. Do you want to get a behind-the-scenes look at your design build team's processes? Well, open communication and teamwork will lead you to a successful project.
From architects to builders, designers, and more, let's explore the art of modern living together.
All right, so what happens when a builder spends years listening to buyers before ever building a home? Today's guest, Dan Yonker, turned that insight into a career building luxury homes around the way people actually want to live.
That's right. Dan is the founder and CEO of Yonker Construction, and he is also a luxury real estate advisor. After beginning his real estate career in 2004, Dan spent years touring homes with buyers and learning firsthand what worked and what didn't. He began remodeling homes in 2011 and has since been involved in more than 100 remodels and new builds. Today, Yonker Construction creates custom and move-in ready luxury homes throughout Paradise Valley, Arcadia, Scottsdale, the Biltmore, and the greater Phoenix area. Welcome.
All right, welcome, Dan.
Thank you very much.
We're excited to dive in. All right, so you've spent years walking through homes with buyers before becoming a builder, right?
Absolutely. I started as a real estate agent in 2004, as you're saying, and I spent the first 7 years of my career helping people buy and sell homes. And in 2011, when the market crashed down here in Arizona, I started coming down here from Seattle on the weekends and buying fixer-upper homes and remodeling them and keeping them as rentals, actually. And we did that for about 2 years. And after getting the bug for wanting to remodel homes, we started flipping homes and started buying them and reselling them as well.
Yeah. So what did that experience teach you about the difference between a home that looks impressive and one that actually lives well?
I've always found a lot of the homes that have really crazy architecture, they're really beautiful, but have strange areas in them that don't make a lot of sense. And so we've gone through our remodels and even more so in our new construction, tried to create homes that made sense, that every space in the house made sense and was very usable, and something that as you walked through and lived in it, you could use every bit of the home, and there weren't parts of the home that were just there for aesthetics and not there for usability.
More functional,
Yes.
sounds like.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we know you're a little bit different than other builders in that you kind of do it all. So you were involved in the design of the home from the beginning.
We do.
But you're not an architect, correct?
I am not an architect, and I have no formal education as an architect. However, I've bought programs that allow me to draw the floor plans and the elevations of the homes, and then I work with engineers to create the plans for them. So on 90% of the homes we build, we don't use architects at all. My wife is the interior designer, so she comes in and does all the interior design of the homes. My son is actually involved in the company as well. He runs the construction company. And between my wife's father also works in the company, so we are definitely a family-owned and operated company.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yes.
How does Yonker, so you guys, like we just mentioned, you build custom homes, and then you also build what you call a spec home, right? For you don't know who the end user is. How does the design process change when you're creating for the end user versus not knowing who the buyer is going to be?
When we're working with an end user, we spend a lot of time sitting down with them, figuring out what's important to them, what features they want the home to have, and then we build something very specific for them and design something very specific for them. Whereas when I'm building a spec home, I'm trying to work off the experience of the last several homes I've built and sold and decide whether or not I'm going to put a movie theater in it or how the great room's going to look, and trying to build for the masses, so to speak. Not really masses because it's a small group of people we're really building for, but trying to feel and gauge what's really in style now. For instance, movie theaters was something we always put in homes 4 or 5 years ago, and now I'm currently building 8 homes, of which only 2 have movie theaters.
They probably have more wellness centers now.
Wellness centers have become something. Cold plunges have become something. The outdoor area outside the master shower has really become something. So there's just the gyms have become larger, and so things are just evolving, and we try to keep pace with them and keep our finger on the pulse, so to speak, to understand what people are looking for.
Yeah, and I know you're about to say something, but I appreciate that you also network with us at the luxury home tour. So you're at the meetings, you're hearing what's happening in the luxury market. So you're not just basing it on what you think, but you're actually seeing what the luxury market is demanding for those spec houses.
Yes.
Been to many of your homes, and they're very impressive. And
Yeah.
I
Thank
feel
you
like
very
you're
much.
always ahead of what people are thinking they might want.
I give my wife credit for that as well. She's paying attention to every magazine and looking at paying every attention to everything that's going on online, and she's really got a good beat on what's coming up next.
Well,
We
that
work
was
together
actually
on
my
that.
next question is, what do you think is coming up next? And then with some of this stuff, what do you think is actually going to stand the test of time, and what do you think is going to kind of fade out? Because we are seeing a lot, like we did see a lot of movie theaters, now we're seeing a
Right.
lot of wellness centers, that sort of thing.
Right. Well, what I'm finding, at least right now, when we did the movie theaters in Paradise Valley, and that's where we really build predominantly, you're always fighting lot coverage when you buy an acre lot and you're trying to put all these features into a house. And you're trying to gauge bedrooms with features. And when we put movie theaters in houses, we tended to lose a bedroom. And so I started to notice that people really wanted that extra bedroom more than they wanted a movie theater right now. And you could always build a space that you could turn a bedroom into something like a golf simulator or something like that. So I also tried to design the homes to have flexible spaces that could be something else, so that if somebody does want that feature, we can create that for them.
That makes a lot of sense.
Now, as far as what's in style and what's going to stay in style, I don't know if that anybody can really answer that. It's
Maybe
the best
your
you can
wife
do.
should come. We'll have your wife on next.
The best you can do, I think, is try to pay attention to what's. I think what goes on in Los Angeles and Beverly Hills and that sort of area. What's hot there becomes hot here, and I think that's a lot of what she watches and what we pay attention to. I think we're getting a lot of buyers moving here from there, but also I think that's what you see a lot of the marketing geared towards and what people see and then decide they want.
I agree with that. That's true.
I would too. Even the elevations, I think, are
Yes.
looking more and more like, Beverly Hills and that area.
Yeah, but the cold plunges, those are going to go, right? I mean, because if you have them in a bathroom, they don't smell great. I mean, they don't smell bad, but it's like a whole.
What we've started doing in a lot of cases is building them outside,
Yeah.
and so building them so they're right outside your master. We're doing a lot of sliding doors on the back wall of your master shower that opens into a kind of an outdoor shower zen area, and we'll put a cold plunge in that so that you don't have the danger of having a body of water if you've got children or something like that in your house that's always full of water. 'Cause it's almost like having a swimming pool in your house, especially if it's a flush with the ground or something like that. If it's a bathtub, it's a little harder for kids to climb into, but if you build, I've seen a lot of them where they want to build them into the foundation of the house.
Really?
And if you do that, they look really cool, but then you have an open standing body of water in your house.
Yeah, you gotta go by the Arizona pool.
Are you designing the hardscape as well for your projects?
No, we don't. So right now we're working with Refined Gardens more than anything. We've worked with several different companies over the year, but I do feel like we like to get a little bit of help with that. And then we design the house, design where we want everything to be, and then let them
For the
fill that
pool,
in.
the hardscape,
Yeah.
all that. Yeah.
We work with them a lot, so we're giving a lot of input on that. We don't just give them free rein on that. And we're making decisions, obviously, both financial decisions and aesthetic decisions to make it work.
Yeah,
with
they
our
do.
projects.
Your projects do typically look very cohesive.
Yes.
So it was.
And we do spend an awful lot on landscaping. I don't know if you. I mean, our budgets are.
Let's take a look.
Yeah.
No, I agree. You need to spend it. That's where
Yes.
people lack sometimes. So
This house in particular, we probably close to $1.8 million between swimming pools and
1.8?
landscaping.
wow.
Just our cost into the landscaping. We did all mature landscaping, the ficus trees around the perimeter, all 10 foot tall. Everything is going in. The olive trees are going in full size. Everything is. We're not saying, hey, in 5 years this is going to look beautiful. We're saying, and this is
You're
what it
doing it
looks like now.
Right.
It's a beautiful bathroom.
And was this a spec house?
This is a spec house.
So your wife did all the interiors on this
She
one,
did,
too?
yes.
So is this like a marble? What are we looking at?
So that's
Stone?
Cristallo, and it is backlit. And so just that is actually not the mirror. So that is just something decorative as you go in. You've got a full-length mirror to your left, so you can wash your hands and then see yourself head top to bottom to the left there. That the backlighting of that actually comes in about 5 different colors. So there's a switch on the wall, and you can adjust the mood lighting for the bathroom, and it's something really, really beautiful. Once again, giant windows throughout the house. Just really, this is a good example of the outdoor shower areas we're talking about. That is a cold plunge. So we did a waterfall falling down into the cold plunge. The cold plunge can be a hot tub or cold. It goes both hot and cold. It operates off a heat pump. And because a heat pump would normally either heat or cool an entire swimming pool, when you're talking about a body of water that's small, it can go hot or cold and go
Really
to extreme
fast.
temperatures very quickly and go to extreme temperatures.
That's smart, because then if somebody doesn't want a cold plunge,
Yeah.
they have a hot tub.
Yeah, and there's to the left of that, there's a shower. So that's an outdoor shower in a really cool zen area out there.
So for those of you who can't see this picture, we're looking through the indoor bathroom to the outside.
Huge, expansive great rooms are kind of our signature, I think. We like to have one big area for gathering, big patios, lots of covered area. We've been doing a lot of walking over water to get to our entryways. That's something I feel like the modern homes are really taking into their aesthetic right now, and it's really neat during the day, and at night it's even cooler because the lighting that goes underneath each one of those steps is almost like a yacht or something like that. With the
This is a random code question. Do you have to have a front gate then? Like, does your yard have to be gated?
You
just
don't.
For the
These are
water?
only the water's only about 3 or 4 inches deep. So as long as you could, I mean, if somebody fell over and knocked himself out, I suppose they could drown in that.
Yeah.
But no, there's no code
It's
for
not like the
fences or
swimming
anything
pool.
like that. No.
It's really cool.
Although the fence is gated in the front and it is all gated and locked.
I
So
can imagine just what you get here wanting to drink the water too is probably very entertaining to us. It's beautiful. That is a great shot.
isn't that cool? That's
So
one
we're
of my
looking at
favorite
Mummy
shots of
Mountain
that.
there?
Yeah, that's Mummy. So I got Mummy out the front and Camelback out the back.
So this landscaping was done within what was the time period after?
It probably took about a year to do the landscaping. We plant the trees usually about a year before they're done, so they get a good amount of growth on them before they go on the market. And they also have survived a summer, and summers are really hard on ficus,
Yeah.
as I'm sure you've experienced.
Yes. You definitely have dramatic entry ways to most of your projects,
Yes.
the ones that you sent us anyway.
Yes.
All right. So this is the next project, right?
Yeah, this is one of the projects we did about 4 years ago. This was on Brittainy over in Paradise Valley. It was a modern home.
Was this a spec or
This
end
was a
user?
spec as well, yes. Athlete bought this home.
I love how everything opens
The
up.
swim-up bar and we always try to do a lot of cool things for night lighting and stuff like that too. So I like these shots of the evening.
This is adorable.
This was something we added. This was another athlete we built for, actually. Was built as a spec house, but they bought it when we were at framing, so they ended up doing a lot of customization to it. They had dogs, and they wanted to have dog bowls at the end of their island, so we built in dog bowls. Actually, they had cats too, and we built a cat room in this house.
Well, it's great because you're not tripping over the bowls. You can easily fill it.
Yeah, we built a cat room that had little perches all over it, and then it had, I guess there's cat TV, so they had a cat TV going, and then
that's funny.
cameras in it so they could watch the cats anytime they wanted.
What's a cat TV?
There's a cat channel, and it's just got cats on it.
Abby needs to know about this, Shawna.
Apparently, there's cat TV, and it's just got cats walking around on it. So they had like 5 cats in this room.
I feel like you should just put them outside a window. The TV for my cat is I put seed in the bird feeder outside, and then she watches that all day.
It was one of the most interesting thing we've done in home. The
I
cat
want to
room.
see that cat room. This is the same house here.
This is the same house. So we did a really cool swim up bar. So you have the barbecue out there. You can serve drinks out there. Again, really cool at night with the lighting in the house. And one of our other signature things we like to do is the big open pocket doors for the great rooms, so that you make your indoor and outdoor space, make a nice deep covered patio that walks straight out from the great room, and it just makes the indoor and outdoor space really nice, which in Arizona is a must.
Mm-hmm. It's a great powder room here.
Yeah, I love that your wife is using some of these latest, with the darker rooms and things
She
like
is
that.
really believing right now that the dark cabinets are coming back. So our next house that's coming out that will be finished in November has really dark chocolate cabinetry throughout the house, and it's really beautiful. But I'm just trusting in her that that's going to be the next
Those
step.
She's doing a great job so far, so
Yeah,
I would
I'm sure
continue
she's
to
right.
trust her.
And I love the rendering because it looks amazing. So
It's all those homes built in the 1990s that haven't remodeled or psyched that color cabinet is coming back.
Well, it's so funny because I've been doing this, and I'm sure you guys have too. So since 2004, when I started doing real estate, I've seen every color cabinet get really popular and every color cabinet go in and out. White is the only one that stays consistently popular throughout everything. So I like to do a lot of white because I feel like it's always good.
Yeah.
But
what month in 2004? Do you remember?
did I start? I think I started in September, if I remember right.
yeah.
But I was in Seattle, of course.
Yeah, I was June 2004. So
Okay.
same thing. I like here that it's the same tile but different texture.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love how they do that all over the walls. That's one of my favorite bathrooms. I love this. I love what they did with that fireplace too. That's really, really neat. Wood and stone together.
This double island is great.
Yeah.
We normally see them stacked the other way, like two long ones, rarely split.
And
like
it takes
this.
up so much of the room, and I like it so much better. We do a lot of really long islands too, but I like this where we split them in the middle, and you can.
This is fabulous with the split in the middle, because that would have been a gigantic island to have
Yes.
to walk around.
Yes.
And so with that access in the middle.
You'll actually see the next house that's coming up. We did the actually full length island like that, which is also really cool. It's very impressive, but I think functionally,
So you like
it is
walk a
kind of
mile
cool to
around
be able to
it?
walk
Yeah.
through the middle of it.
Yeah, the ceiling is beautiful
and
too.
there's something also about when you're entertaining, maybe one can be for like prepping and cooking and whatnot. One can be the charcuterie and wine and stuff.
Well, with the big long one, you can do both. I promise.
That's true.
Yeah.
This is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Is this white oak or what do we have here?
Yeah, it's white oak. It actually matches the floor, and it's really beautiful.
This might be one of my
I
favorite
love the
photos.
arched entryways. That's one of our other favorite things.
Does your wife just do interiors for you, or does she have her own?
She does. She's so busy. I mean, we're doing 8 houses right now.
Yeah.
And getting ready to take on a 9th, and that's just because she does it all herself.
Yeah,
and
I mean, this
and then
is a
manages
lot.
out in the field as well. So she's out there implementing it, make sure everything's going exactly as. She's a very hands-on designer. She doesn't just hand the design and we've worked with other designers in the past, and a lot of times they just hand it to you, and you don't see them again until the end. They come back and they're like, "Well, you didn't do this right. You didn't do this right."
She's doing all the
She's-
ordering,
she's-
receiving,
she's there.
stocking.
She's there walking the house at rough. She's there every step of the way, making sure everything's going smoothly and exactly the way she wants it, so it turns out the way it does at the end.
You guys sound like a good duo.
It's really fun. I don't know if all marriages could handle that, but it's been great for us. We really enjoy it. So.
You never run out of details to talk about.
No, never things to talk about. Sometimes it's hard to get away from work.
I bet.
Is this a new project?
This is that's still
that's
50th. That's still 50th. That is now so this is Orchid. It's a similar style to 50th, although this one was built on a hill and had mountain views, 360-degree mountain views out of every window. That's looking out the front door. That's McDowell Mountains out the front door. Wow. It was really cool. You could sit almost anywhere in the great room and see the McDowell Mountains out the front because there's a lot of glass out of the front of this house. And it was
And that arched ceiling frames that perfectly.
Yes. There's the giant island I was telling you about.
Yeah.
So that's the whole length of the kitchen there. So she did these giant sconces above to kind of work with the magnitude.
That shows
of
you
this.
how massive that island is, because those things
Those
are
are like
huge.
6 feet across. And that's a really cool fireplace we did. So that is all marble. and they fabricated that to be rounded on the edges there, and it's just absolutely gorgeous.
It looks like a photograph.
It doesn't. Well, it was originally a rendering, and the poor fabricator had to figure out how to make the rendering real.
That's
But
beautiful.
they took and cut like 50 little pieces and to make that
The arch.
the radius there,
Yeah.
and then polished them to look like one. And it's, if you get up next to it, you can barely even tell. But it was
Wow.
really
Amazing.
quite amazing.
It's beautiful.
It's just different. You can tell there's a lot of thought that goes into your projects. We don't often see in spec homes.
Yeah,
So,
we're doing our best to make a name for ourselves as one of the premier builders here, and I feel like to do that, you'd really need to attention to detail is everything at this level in building.
yes.
It's a really cool yoga studio she did. Had a it's got pocket doors off the other side of it. Really cool yoga lawn.
I like
Beautiful
the
mountain
mirrors. I
views.
like the fact that it's not just a wall of mirrors.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool too.
She
And
just
I like
made it
how
a
she
little
did the wood
different.
on the three sides, floor, wall, and ceiling. I thought that was a really cool look too.
Again, with a dark, moody room.
Yes, yes.
That's a great office.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was, again, I liked black and white for a long time, and I really, that was kind of a style we pushed for as long as she would let me.
Yeah.
But now she's gone into a lot more wood and a lot more colors and a lot more on trend with what's going on today. That was one of our last movie theaters.
Oh,
They're very cool, and I love doing them. That was really neat. So we're doing one very similar to this right now, but that closes, so you can close it off, and it becomes a full movie theater. But there's a game room that's attached to that, so you've got billiards and bar and TVs on the walls.
So you could
Makes
be
it really
playing
cool.
the movie in there.
Yes,
and
or you
see
could be
it from
doing
there.
Super Bowl, or you could have football on Sunday and have 5 different games on because you've got TVs. I think there's 4 TVs in the bar as well.
that's great.
So it's really cool.
Flexible.
There's a
Another one of those
Similar.
ceilings.
barrel ceiling, and we did in this one we did the wine columns that flank the dining room. So there's that one, and there's another one on the other side of that. You can't actually see it in that picture, but there's 2.
Are those functional? Like, do
They're
they have
functional,
their
yes.
condition?
Temperature.
Yep,
control.
they're temperature controlled. And actually, it's possible to make them so they're 2 different temperatures too. So if you want to have darks
Light
in one
and-
and lights in another, you can do that as well. This is moving on to Horseshoe. This was a custom home build we did for some very special clients, and this was our, next to the Ocotillo that we just finished, this was our really home run, super modern that we'd first really super modern that we'd done that I was really proud of. This is one of the coolest homes we built.
Did you design this one?
We actually brought an architect in for this one. He wanted he asked, I designed the floor plan, so we worked with them to create the floor plan and make it exactly what we wanted. He wanted us some